Going live. Welcome to the show tonight, everybody. Pro Se Legal School. We provide the tools you need to get control of the legal situation. They got mad when I tell people we shut down the court process, but that's what we do. We shut down the court process because they have you in administrative court, and it's fraud and all that. Yeah. You guys already know that. We're going to be talking about something else in the beginning of this live stream tonight. But before we get to that, well, you guys know what's first on the list. Shattered by corruption. My ex-wife, Carrie. I have a hard time saying ex-wife because she's still very special to me, and we were married for 43 years. I'm just going to call her Carrie from here on, because we both have different lives, and I don't want people to think that she's still my girlfriend. Carrie wrote this book, and it's, just a little something about what we went through to get to where we are now. She got convicted for 97 months on some BS that shouldn't even been in state court. And they gave us a hard time because we stood up for ourselves. You think you're in America and you can stand up for yourself. But when you stand up for yourself and you hire an attorney, because they hauled me off because they didn't like what I had to say, and her attorney threw her under the bus. And there lies pretty much why we do what we do today. Okay, so let's get on to the exciting part of today. Today we're going to be talking about my son Alexander. We're going to be talking about his new book that he put together, Leverage Income, a guide to high yield ETF investing using margin and loans. And he's pretty good. He's pretty good at this. And he's going to have his online course up and running here pretty soon when he gets around to it. I want to show you guys the table of contents so that you'll have an idea of what he's going to cover in the book and in the course. And he's already teaching people how to do this. And so we're gonna help him. And that's the other part of the table of contents, so that you'll see all of the things that he's going to help you, that he's going to cover and help you learn in this new program that he's putting together. And he's going to have his own website and everything. Right now, we're marketing his book on our website, and I think it's like $99.99. And he has a guarantee with the book. I'm going to let you guys talk to him about that if you guys are interested. I'm going to leave the emails that he uses for his business in the description sometime tomorrow. And then you guys can go from there. You can email him if you have questions about his program or anything like that. Okay. Let's just get started. Okay, so I had someone contact me, and there was a person from the Amish community that needed help, and the Amish community helped my wife out in Lawrence, Kansas, when the police were attacking us, and we both got hauled off to jail. And they're really wonderful people in the community. Everybody knew that we were arrested and hauled off to jail because they had it on Channel 5 News. So the wonderful people in the community went and threw in a brick through the window and stole a lot of stuff out of a shop, and and the people from the Amish community stepped up and boarded up, and these people shopped in a store. Okay, they stepped up. They stepped up to help the Yellow House store, and they boarded up the windows and secured the building. While my wife and I both, okay, I'm working with that. I'm working with while we were, hauled out to jail. So if I have opportunity to help anybody who helped my wife while we were going through this and while I was hauled off to jail, I would make sure that I got their back too. So, uh, that being said, ah, okay, so you guys, let's just go ahead and get moving on. We've got a program set up right now where we're communicating with, well, Coach M, and we're working post foreclosure. She's using the brand new post foreclosure writ. The post foreclosure writ, the writ of mandamus, to force the court to rule, because we figured out that you got to pay extra money to get the court to rule, otherwise you just stall and look at it. So this post foreclosure writ of mandamus was structured to get people back in the house after the foreclosure and after the eviction. Okay, so here's the really sweet part about it. The sweeter part, the sweetest, the sweeterest. Oh, okay, so here's the sweetest part about it. The post foreclosure writ of mandamus was structured to dismiss the illegal eviction and to order the homeowners back in their home. And we added a constitutional emergency statement in there. And that constitutional emergency statement forces the court to move it to the higher court, and the higher court is supposed to rule only on the constitutional issues of the situation and not all that other BS. Oh, yeah, and Coach M said the first time she used that, when she filed it the other day, they didn't know. She said they came to her and they oh, for the first time ever, the supervisor came out to talk to her. So she knew she was doing something right. She got some respect. And she told me that she was having fun. Evicted from her house with her 6 kids, she's having fun. And she is having fun now. And so hopefully we're gonna keep you guys up to date on that. We also have a writ of mandamus for the eviction, or excuse me, for the criminal situation. So if you have a loved one, now remember, my writ of mandamuses are not just a writ of mandamus where you get one document. Okay, we get in mine, you get 7 documents. The pitfall of filing the writ of mandamus or the writ of habeas corpus or any of the other writs, there's several others, is that you're ordering the court to do something or to not do something or to bring, the person to the court or whatever. And if the document that you're ordering the court to rule on is defective, then you're toast. If the document that you're forcing the court to rule on is defective, then you're going to yeah. I didn't even like to use that word. So I put together a whole new lawsuit package, a writ of mandamus lawsuit package that contains the lawsuit that, well, first of all, the first document that we need to be filing now is the counterclaim. We file the counterclaim in their case after we add them to it as plaintiffs. We add them to their own action as plaintiffs. And so we add the state, we add the judge, we add the attorney, whoever it is that initiated all that, as plaintiffs to their own action in the post foreclosure eviction writ of mandamus. And we add them as plaintiffs to their own case. And when you do that, it creates a bit of a problem for them because they can't litigate a case they're a party to. They can't represent themselves, and they can't represent each other. So that becomes a problem for them. That becomes a problem for them. And all of the stuff that's in the documents that I structured that we file in state court have federal court case law and federal acts in them. So they cannot be used. So the players can't respond to them using statutes and codes. Statutes and codes are not valid laws, and so they can't respond to them using statutes and codes. And that's the way we get the state court shut down. We get them shut down because they can't respond using statutes and codes. And they can't respond even if they try and move it to federal court. They still can't respond. Because they don't have a federal license. Oh, they don't have a federal license, then they can't respond to, oh, wait, nobody has a federal license. They're supposed to have a bar card. They try to fake and tell people it's their license, but it's it's really not. So even if they move the case over to federal court, they can't respond to the documents that you filed in the case, because even if they move to federal court, they still have to have a federal bar card in order to respond to federal. Okay, and so those are one of the two things that we have in our program to block the players from moving forward. We stop the state court process, and then we file the lawsuit in federal court. If you don't stop the state court process, then they're going to have the federal court just start stalling, and nothing's going to get done. So Hey, good evening, Saturday. Good evening, Carrie. Welcome to the show tonight. I'm about ready to close up. Uh, I don't know if we have very many people showing. Sometimes they don't show me all the people showing, but we talked a little bit about our son's book that he wrote and about what he does to help people learn uh, how to leverage their income so they can actually have more money to pay bills and stuff. And they learn how to do this with the money they have sitting around, or in some cases they go pick out a loan, take out a loan. And it says a guide to high yield investing, ETF investing using margins and loans. And he's got this program set up pretty good. Carrie's been using it, and my other son has been using it. So thank you guys for the value of sharing your time. I'll see you in the next live stream.